A blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening, any time of the day to you, lovely viewer, created by the Most High God for great and mighty exploits. Thank you for tuning in, even today, tuning in and actually just giving yourself time to hear God speak through me. And God bless your souls for actually listening to even other men and women of God that are speaking the heart of God. There's so many. There's so many. They outnumber the fake ones. They outnumber the evil spirits. That's one thing that we need to know is that the power of God is so rampant and it is so powerful. It's beyond, one's imagination. It's just that, we sometimes really expose ourselves to so much evil in the sense that we want to know so much about evil more than the power of God. And I just want to assure you that as you are listening here, the power of God is at work. It is delivering you, it is healing you, it is bringing you answers, it is just bringing clarity. This is a word of clarity for some, yeah. And please, as soon as you hear this word, go and take it back to God and ask Him to direct you if it is yours. Let's close our eyes on prayer. Daddy God, we love you so much. As we indulge in this, your word, we invite you. Help us to open our spiritual mouths and just eat and partake. We know that we're going to see results. We love you too much, Daddy God, and we thank you for a presence that's touching lives and healing and restoring and delivering lives for your glory. You're welcome, Daddy. We thank you. Amen. Anywho, the word that God told me was keep on keeping on. Don't stop. Keep on keeping on. God was just talking to me about some of the things that I go through where God has promised me something and it seems like He's delaying. It seems like He's not fulfilling His promise, or you're just faced with so much opposition. First and foremost, God says I should tell you that the formation of humans requires that we go through challenges. I think one thing that makes it so difficult for us to move even after God has spoken to us is that we take most of the things that God has promised us or the assurances that God gives us pertaining certain challenges that we go through, and then we go and consult from our Christian brothers and sisters, or even the closest people, or even our parents, and we get discouraged because the word was not really spoken to them but was spoken to you. So this is requiring that you don't just continue keeping on and keeping on, but continue in your relationship with God. And God said He's requiring that people get to be more deep with Him, because the only thing that will make you stand in the midst of the confrontation or that which is confronting or opposing the promise that He has given you is when you have a relationship with Him. He even made an example with a child that has a strong relationship with their parents, or children with strong relationships with their parents, that no matter the influence that they can experience out there, once they know their parents and how they talk and how close they are, they'll never let influences from outside determine the decisions that they make in the outside world, because they know their parents. They have a relationship with their parents. It's risky not to have a relationship with your parents, because it's very easy for you to be vulnerable and find yourself making the wrong choices. So the thing here, the word that God is giving me is not to assure you that you will get what He has promised you. You will definitely get it, because He is a faithful God. But you will not be able to see how faithful or experience His faithfulness if you don't have a deep relationship with Him. If you are with God only to hear what He has in store for you, but don't spend time with Him so that you are familiar with His voice, so that when now He has spoken and then now you're facing something that is opposing whatever He promised you, you're able to know that no, Daddy said this to me, and you and then now you let these things get to you, you will be swallowed. You'll be swallowed by the influences of this world. God says in his word, we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but we are fighting against spirits and evil rulers in this dark age. But you will not be able to understand that you are fighting with evil spirits if you do not know the voice of your king or the voice of your father, and that is God. So God is saying delve more deep in having relationship with him so that you are familiar with his voice, because in every promise is attached challenges and things that will try and move you away from the promise. But what will make you stand is for you to trust God. And trusting God is having a relationship with him. Delve in the word. Pray. Associate yourself with sermons. There's YouTube, there's all that. Pray for the right reasons. Ask God to lead you to the right prayers, Spend time with people who are on the journey that you are on. Don't just go and consult and leave like that and hear God speak to you, but then now you go back in the world and you live your life carelessly, and then you expect yourself to trust God. Spend time with him so that your spirit is strong and is able to resist the negative influences fighting the promises of God in your life. So God says, keep on keeping on in your relationship. Cut off any junk. Ask him to show you the things that you need to cut off that are time wasters. Ask him to help you to cut off the things that are not beneficial so that you can be able to delve. Ask him to give you his desires. Whatever he has promised you, is it a marriage or whatever, is it a car, a job or whatever, you're going to get these things, but then have a relationship with him. Be familiar with his voice so that you can be able not to sink and be underwater. Yeah. Get deep with your God. I love you.